So have you seen the viral Pop the Balloon Challenge girl that is actually facing 16 years for lying on a baseball player, R-wording her?
Are you serious?
This is crazy. And the most crazy part is we covered this girl twice and didn't even realize it. So the first time we covered her when she was trying to extort a Major League Baseball player who lost his livelihood.
I remember that. Okay.
He lost everything. He got basically kicked out of Major League Baseball. She accused him of some outrageous things, and he showed definitive proof that she was lying, and now she's facing charges because of that. But even more crazy is that she was just on one of the viral Pop the Balloon Challenge videos that have been going crazy all over the internet. And we're going to watch what she said on there, give people a refresher of what happened. But this is the reason why she's going viral now. And thank you, young lady, for giving us so much content over the years.
Why did you end up popping your balloon for him?
He seems like volatile, dangerous. Like if I were to say like I'm not interested or something, he might accost me.
What do you mean?
Accost me, like belittle me or put me down if I like. It seems like you're not good with like a negative comment.
Me?
So you.
No, not at all, sweetheart.
Okay, well, see, that's that sweetheart. Yeah, I just
see. That's why I can't stand women sometimes. Y'all take everything as an act of violence. Oh. She is a whole criminal. She is a whole scammer. Liar. She is a liar. She has literally tried to blackmail a man from it. She is the criminal. She is the delusion. You can look in her eyes and feel. If I saw that, I have seen that woman in person, not her. I've seen that type of woman a million times. Anytime, if I feel a sprinkle of that type of energy, I'm out.
You out.
I'm out. You gotta be, because that's a different.
Because you're gonna be the one next.
It's like
fighting.
an evil. It's almost like an evil, real nasty energy. It's like that nasty, like I'm going to act like you're offending me, but I'm really just mean and nasty and just taking it out on you. I don't know how to explain it.
Like what type of dissociative disorder or whatever would make you do this to somebody, to accuse somebody of sexual assault? And
before we get too far.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's hold on.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Observed and I noticed that, but that's all.
As far as you was straight. You was all right. But you got your own opinion. Can't knock you for it.
Yeah. Right.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm. And you said she's straight. Does that mean she's someone that you would approach?
Yeah, probably.
Now she's facing 16 years in prison, and unfortunately, this is one of the men that she tried to extort. Now, we covered this, and this is us covering it before. How he ended up defending himself and proving his innocence. What is Twitter video that he dropped explaining her lies, what she tried, and how he ended up defending himself and proving his innocence.
One of the women who accused me of sexual assault just got indicted for committing felony fraud against me. Imagine that. Now, let me catch up to speed. In the last 3 years, 2 women have taken legal action against me. Lindsay Hill started all this. You may remember her from this video as the girl who set me up and lied to the world in an attempt to take my money. Well, today, the only other one, Darcy Adana Simone.
Now, the funny part about that video, so Darcy is the chick who we just watched. Yeah, that's the woman who started this, right? Mm-hmm. That woman, she was on text messaging her friend who was assaulted. So smart.
So now she's facing up to 16 years in prison. Her claims are even more absurd than Lindsay's were, so here's some of the details. We had one plain sexual encounter in December of 2020.
Did he say plain? He said plain sexual. Plain. You got it. Wow.
He called that plain. Wow.
Nothing that could be considered remotely rough. She initiated it, but don't take my word for it. Take hers. This is a picture and text message she sent me the next morning explaining why she came on to me. And for months afterwards, she repeatedly requested to sleep with me again. For example, this text from January 7th, 2021. At one point, she even requested a sample of my sperm so she could have my child whenever she wanted to in the future. Now, it's hard to keep track, but she's...
Now, don't she... She's... and it's always the ones that act like they're super stuck up that are the little...
She's demure and mindful.
Yeah, until you get in behind closed doors and she over here just throwing it all at the wall, trying to make it stick.
She's made at least...
begging to sleep at this man's house.
Demands over the last few years. More than a year after the one time we slept together, and only after Lindsay Hill made up her false allegations, Adana retained a lawyer. She then demanded $3.6 million and claimed I forced her to have an abortion, leaving her emotionally devastated and irretrievably damaged by it. But here's the thing. She never had an abortion because she was never even pregnant.
So now she's facing prison time for this exact situation. She drugged this man's name through the mud, asked him for millions of dollars multiple times, said that he got her just lie, said that he assaulted. None of it was true.
Not a single
Not
word
a
of it.
single word of it. It was all a money play, and you literally tried to destroy a man's life. So now she's in big trouble.
I can't even understand or comprehend that, how you intentionally lied, intentionally destroyed somebody, because a claim of sexual assault is now with all of this, so many people being
Indicted
and that's the word I'm looking for. To say that, it's an instant. Everybody's dropping you. They don't want to work with you. Your name is mud before your name is even cleared. And then she's going on a show looking at somebody up and down like, oh, you would have cost me.
When you are a complete criminal, you are the only person. You are the only person anybody should be afraid of in this room.
Ever.
You're the terrifying person. But yeah, as we get more, and this is the thing. So she's facing prison time. He still has not gotten his job back, even though he completely destroyed all these lives. Even though these women are getting arrested and indicted. From what I understand, now I'm not really into baseball, but last time I checked in on the story, he still hadn't gotten his job back.
I haven't heard anything of him, because if you had, they absolutely would say, hey, back in this year he was accused, and I haven't heard anything either. And side note, women who falsely accuse anybody of sexual assault, anybody that falsely accuses somebody of sexual assault and causes this kind of damage needs to face jail time.
Facts. Put it like that. Because not only are you destroying an innocent man's life, but you are also making it 10 times harder for the next woman that needs to be believed, for the next woman that actually is, in that situation and deserves justice. And you are making a mockery of what they've been through, literally for financial gain. And I mean, I am so excited that we see someone who did that, and then they're actually facing some real consequences for what they did.